also comes down to that execution factor. So we'll see. We'll see if TNC can go against these odds, these points here. They've got a lineup that they can snowball with if they can get to that point as we go into game number 2 with Onic Philippines at match point, looking to get this sweep here. You can already see it. Yoshinu going to try to put some pressure on King Kong. We saw what he did on this Fanny the previous game, right? He actually relatively had a decent game, but he dealt with a lot of pressure, especially on the purple buff. And that's what we can expect from Onic Philippines with this.
Oh, wow. It's actually Goya's most career-picked hero, the Valentina. Very close as the Paramis and the Karata.
A relatively small sample size for TNC's new main mid laner. Looking at the rotations, you can see here that it's actually Ryzen who's faster at crossing through the river, meaning he cleared his jungle sooner, and that allows for Onic to make moves. They're maybe a half step ahead.
Yeah, firmness on the Fredrin, a lot of agility on the side of TNC Pro Team, so they really want to supplement the potential snowball that they're looking for that was mentioned by Leo, because, yeah, harder to pull off, but if they snowball, should be good.
Whoa, here we go. Yoshinu flickers on out, but is there enough damage? The answer is yes, as King Kong slays Yoshinu for first blood.
That's a start.
That's a great start, you know, especially in the hands of King Kong, like we talked about before.
Whoa, Bao here. Gets knocked up. Not enough damage between these two chunky boys down bottom.
Okay. Some rotation there. All this 10 seconds away from that turtle. But like we were saying, you know, anytime you have a Fanny on the field here in the Land of Dawn, you really, if you can get the early kills, that's the best thing that can happen for you. But even so, you've still got to be able to, it's like a mini game within the game. You got to manage the purple buff pressure that's going to happen, right? Something to keep an eye on for TNC. First turtle is up here. You can see Onic Philippines getting a position. They want to go ahead and start this up. Goyle also holding on to the Primal Wrath here. We'll see.
Benting's jumping on backwards because Yoshinu was bothering King Kong, taking his orange and Ryzen. Ooh, that was a close call. Left maybe 1.5 HP on that turtle, but Onic scores nonetheless.
I wouldn't be surprised if the next turtle TNC don't actually heavily contest and they try to get Innocent out of lane. If it's not in the second turtle, it might be in the third. Oh, but look at this invade by Onic.
Oh, Benting's coming in, trying to stop the steal. They do get the way of the dragon on a King Kong. He backs on out of there. Super Prince, Ryzen, and Yoshinu. Skedaddle.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah.
You don't get your buff, Yoshinu and Ryzen. Great combo there. They just made that look easy. A simple kick at the right time meant no retribution coming out of King Kong, or a very late one at that.
Well, again, this is kind of what we saw in previous game, right? For the most part. And Yoshinu always found the target that he needed to for the most part throughout that game 1. King Kong really kind of confident. Like, the way that I look at it is like, he's confident enough in his Fanny play. It's a little bit of a different lineup, obviously, that they're going for. But still, he needs to be able to, you know, you talked about this too, Renmar. The next turtle that does come up, and even the subsequent objectives later on, the Lords, you know, what can you do with a Fanny there? Aside from, you still have a couple options. You can put pressure on the side lanes. If that opens up, you can actually fight those objectives out. But right now, you got to be able to get to that point.
One of the problems right now is that Bao has been taken out of the game. He was a little bit more active in game number 1, but right now Gem has his number. Bao right now, you haven't felt him at all in the game. And so is Gem, but it's because he's taken out the Terizla. And without the Terizla, with one less tanky frontliner, that just puts a lot of pressure on Ben Things to be able to set things up.
And Ben can, but now he's getting pressured so hard. Yoshinu and Ryzen have been crossing the river, been living inside TNC's jungle for the better part of the past 2 minutes.
Oh, here's Bao.
And now an Astral Echo is confirming Bao, Ben Things, and Goyo's positioning. King Kong struggling to keep his purple. Astral Recall thrown out. Bao less than half health here. Here comes Gem. The hidden Gem. Big kick on to Bao. They're going to try to blast him. Forcing out a flicker from the Terizla. Big old bonk. Appraiser's Wrath taken down. Bao. And King Kong does get his purple, but at what cost? A 1 for none here. Onic scores one big kill. They're going for the turtle.
Turtle now up. I know, too, you know, Onic Philippines at first, their thought was, let's get the retribution out so they don't have it for this turtle. It ended up being a fight, ended up being a clash there. King Kong managed to get the purple buff.
Okay. He's fine.
Yeah, no damage just yet, unless...
Goyle's making his way there, too.
A good rotation by Yoshino, though, to spot it out, and that's a second turtle for Onic.
So this is what we were talking about, you know? This is what we saw from game 1. It was, let's put pressure somewhere. We're giving up turtles.
Yep.
So hopefully they can convert it. I mean, they're still planning up here in this top side and putting a lot of just time here in this moment. But, you know, Nets knows it. Yoshinu here to give him the information. We're going to jump in.
Bentings coming in. There's a lot of damage already taken. The way of the dragon on the Bentings. Takes too much. And now Nets gets taken down. Traded out for. Make it a 2-for-1 as Yoshinu follows through. Goyo with a double. Innocent with the immediate conversion. Now Ryzen and Super Friends to the rescue. They're looking for a sweet vengeance. Misses the Astral Recall by an inch. And Goyo flickers on out. Can Ryzen finish the job? Coming in with a knock-up. And the big old bonk. It's charging up. Gets him anyways. Innocent, not enough damage yet. Onic happy, 2-for-2.
2-for-2 trade, but TNC got a tower out of it. Innocent stays alive. That's much better for TNC. Oh, but Gem might outplay Bao.
Astral Recall answered back by a penalty zone. Bao goes first. Can Gem survive? Primal Wrath plus Nets. Looking for it. Does not pull the trigger on the heavy crossbow.
Oh, King Kong. Thought he was going to actually go press the situation even further, but makes the smart call. Backs off here. Bent things. Charging up. They're going to lose their tier 1 turret in the mid lane, though. So Onic Philippines able to find their own wins. Just when TNC did just minutes ago on the top side, Onic Philippines answers back.
Yep. Ascloss already for the Irithel on the way to the Berserker's Fury. Brought up the Warrior Boots as well. You saw him, he had to build the pants considering that he is going to be, he is up against a Fanny with a lot of damage that can surprise him. DHS recently just built up by Innocent, so Innocent not that far off. Still very close in terms of the gold of the two marksmen.
Ooh, Bentings almost caught Gem there, but Gem holding his ground. Ryzen propping up for this last turtle of the game.
Okay, so they're going to go ahead and start it up. You can see King Kong will make his way for this, but Onic Philippines is going to pressure it.
Oh!
And there's the catch. Bao almost committed. Still no ult spent. Super Prince just threw out his Astral Recall, waiting for a cooldown. And that's a turtle scored over by Onic. Good try, though, by King Kong, but they instead catch one. Down goes Bao.
Wow. Very, very tough for a debuting game. Throughout the series, you've been marked very well by the hidden gem, and now you are just receiving hell from Onic. Taking out the Terizla really well by Onic.
Astral Recall in tow. They do know where everyone is. Super Friends looking for the big old dart. Pow! Hits Bentings. Where'd the purple go? They are going to take down Bentings. The one more hit. Gem gets him. Goyo steals away the Primal Wrath. Oh, can confirm. Grand Theft Purple.
Man, Gem is playing so well on this Edith, the way that he's kind of... Oh,
what?
hold on.
Oh, wow!
They get him! Ryzen takes down Innocent as he walks away.
Oh, that hurts. And you're starting to feel here the key item disparity. The Kufra doesn't have a full built item just yet. Cho actually already has an Dreadnought armor alongside Edith, who also has a dominant size. Cho also has the Athena shield. So all those great utility items right now, even the blade armor on the Fredrin, right now it's just, even as a 3.3k gold lead, the item difference, it's making things really difficult for TNC.
Yeah, this is very similar to what we saw. Once again, there are so many similarities from game one to this. Oh, King Kong.
You see the mechanical timing that the hidden gem has?
That's why I was saying earlier, you know, he's been playing fantastic on this Edith pick. And there's a reason why they built him up so much as, hey, this is the hidden gem of this lineup for Onic Philippines.
Stop you right in the middle of your sentence, too.
Yeah.
How do you do that? Onward right into a flying Fanny.
That's fast hands. And the man's what, 29?
25, I think. Oh, there's an onward. They catch him. Super Prince looking for a big old recall. Nets coming in from the flank, and he's looking for it. Down goes Yoshino, traded out first quickly. Bentings, and the Abrasive Rat. Goyo gets him. Gem takes down Bao. Netsa with a double kill. 3 for 1.
And you see there again the item disparity. TNC, that looked great for them. A hell of a setup. You gotta commend what they did there. That's what others can. Kick off.
That's one more time. That's my line, and it's a wipeout.
Wow. And just when you were saying, Renmar, it looked so good for TNC until it wasn't because of the item disparity.
Ouch!
Ouch.
That's all I could say. Ouch! The damage from Nets. King Kong tried to whittle him down. He got a full-on burst and taste of crits. And then Onic says, Super Friends, go do the thing. And he got a massive astral recall onto Innocent.
Full plate of crits with a side of recall.
The side of recall.
Oh, that is. And it went from tough to despair. I don't know what's a worse word than tough. Difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, we're 8,000 gold is what I'm trying to say here. For Onic
It doesn't tell
Philippines.
the whole story, though.
Yeah.
Mechanically speaking, TNC has been checkmated since what, the 5 or 6 minute
my
mark,
God.
and now
Ow.
there's too much damage. Goyo stole away the Primal Wrath. Onic looking to take down this mid lane inhibitor. They do get it. Benting stretching up, cancels it. I don't think they're aware. Rising gonna check the bush. Oh, just gonna walk away. Oh,
Okay.
but look, split push from King Kong.
That's what I was mentioning earlier. You know, at least your plan B when you're a Fanny is I'll just push this side lane.
Yep. And at this point, that's all TNC can do. Try to open up the map with the Fanny. Because they still really have to cash up on items. Getting close to 40,000 gold is Onic. Still 30,000 rather for TNC.
Ooh.
You see, Innocent doesn't have the damage just yet. Oh, they somehow have to hold out here.
Giant echoes.
Saw
You saw
everyone.
that? That was literally everyone, yeah.
That's it makes sense again, you know, when we were talking about some of the options there for that last pick from Onic Philippines to go in the hands of Super Friends. Novi, as you like to call it, Leo, is just, it works really well, right?
Oh,
And you can see it.
Oh, man.
2 arrows short.
I thought King Kong would go there. I was ready to scream my head off. Yeah. At this point, TNC, I don't know what else they could do than split up the map, open it, try to get resources, try to find a counterplay, hold out. Wave clear for them isn't the best also. Still trying to cash up in items. No one has a Dreadnought armor just yet.
Yeah.
I had to rush an Immortality, did the Kufi. Radiant Armor Dominant Size onto the Terizla. They need that Dreadnought armor built or an anti-Cuirass.
They
something
need
to
it
reduce.
staffed.
They needed it 5 minutes ago. All the physical damage coming out from Onic. Need a bit more blade armors as well.
Oh, and they're just going to take this as they do, give it in the hands of Super Friends here. You can already see the win probability as well.
Oh,
King Kong.
That's dirty.
That's
dirty.
You
oh,
see
that's
that?
tough.
Onic kept their own little baby bomb, and the onward and the earth shatter. The echoes. Oh, Onic is on the hunt.
He had no buffers
Try to
to
get
go.
King
Oh,
Kong. Close.
goodness.
Oh, maybe one more hit would have taken him down, but he lives. King Kong
I can
lives.
hear Bart Simpson, man. Stop it, he's already. Oh wait, that wasn't Bart, that was another character. Stop it, he's already dead.
But he's fine.
But he's fine, he's fine.
He's fine. Lord's up. This is a Luminous Lord. Onic first to the scene. They're going to go for the pull.
Okay. Now that this is up here,
Oh,
Benting's going to jump in.
they got to back off.
No connection, yep. King Kong,
Oh,
remember,
oh,
he doesn't
oh.
have the purple, but he got into this position.
That's right. He's in too deep, man.
They're going to spot him
Oh,
out.
he throws himself right up the bush.
What?
Taken down. And by an inch, the mistake of a lifetime. Nets gets a kill. The Lord goes over to Onic. 10k gold lead, more than enough to score Ryzen. A double kill, and it all falls down.
Folks, y'all don't need some heavy analysis. You saw what happened there.
Yep.
1 second he was in the bush, the next he wasn't.
And that's when you just say, oops.
And Yoshino finds one. Goyo served up to Nets. The end is nigh as Onic goes for the sweep. TNC. What went wrong?
And this winning moment is brought to you by our